Good morning, all of you. So, we have already covered many different things we have learned in class 5, isn't it, children? We have learned international place value system, then Indian place value system, then we have learned rounding of the numbers, then difference between face value and place value. So, today again we are going to start a very new and interesting thing with lots of symbols, okay, and those symbols you are familiar also. So I am talking about Roman numerals, okay. So let us see what are the different symbols we use to denote a number in Roman, and then what are the rules behind this. Ready to learn? Let us start, okay. Children, for Roman numeral we are going to use 7 symbols, okay. Actually 7 symbols are used, but now you are going to get familiar with these 7 symbols. What are these 7 symbols? Okay, it is I, V, X, L, C, D, M, right? So in your previous class you have learned some, but now as per your syllabus we are ready with 7 symbols. And what are these symbols they stand for? How will you know? Okay. So I in Hindu Arabic. Now what is Hindu Arabic and what is Roman numerals? Roman numerals are these one, okay, as you can see over here. And Hindu Arabic, as you can see, the counting numbers we use, isn't it? So I stand for 1, V stands for 5, X stands for 10, L for 50, C for 100, D for 500, M for 1000. So these are the values associated with that. We cannot just place any symbol and then we can write down, okay. So each symbol has got some proper value, exact value you are going to use it, okay. And how we will use this one, how it is applicable, all these things we can learn by understanding some rules which are set up. So here I have written rule 1, okay, and all the rules are given in your book, but one by one I will just start to explain these rules, okay. As you can see, rule 1, only a few Roman symbols can be repeated for a maximum of 3 times, children, okay. So how many times we can repeat it? 3 times, okay. To add to the Roman numerals at their left. Got something? No, it is not clear. No problem, I'll just explain. So it is said that some of these symbols are going to be repeated, and how many times we are going to repeat it? 3 times, okay. So I'll just give an example. This is what? I, okay, as you can see. Now I have already told you that one single I stand for 1. What if I have to show 2? Then no problem, I will just write it once again. This stands for 2. Yes, you were there in class 2nd and you used to write this, isn't it? And you have seen outside the classroom also it is written so that you could recognize your class, okay. So then after class 2nd you went to class 3rd, okay. So got it familiar, okay. So 3 times I have repeated. Can I repeat this one once again? If I repeat, what it will be? 4, isn't it? But what did you observe when you were in class 4? Was it like this or something else? Something else, no? Okay. So I just want to show that this I, if it can be repeated 3 times, okay. Then let us see which other symbol can be repeated. I have X over here, and X stands for 10, okay. If I write it double X, it means 20, and if it is triple, then it stands for 30. So here again I am bound to use only 3 times, okay. We cannot exceed it because the rule says that it can be repeated maximum of 3 times. Okay, and as you can see, while I am writing, always what I am doing, I am writing toward the left of it, isn't it? Okay, then which other symbol you know that? Let me explain you. C. This C stands for 100, isn't it? Okay. Then if I have one more C, what it will be? It will be 200. If it is 3 times repeated, then it will be 300. Okay. Then you have M over there, and a single M denotes 1000. Okay. If I write it double, then I am having double M over here. This means 2000 children. And if I write 3 times, then what it is? 3000. So see, some of the symbols we have used. And what were these symbols? I have not at all touched this V or L or D. I'll tell you later, okay, as we are taking up rules one by one. I'll just cover it. So, as you can see, I have taken the symbol of I, X, C, M. Only these symbols can be repeated, and how many times you are going to repeat it? You are going to repeat it 3 times. Okay. So, this leads to the second rule. That's what I am going to show it. This is rule 2, which says that only I, X, C and M. Just now I have shown you when I was explaining rule 1. Okay. So, rule 1 said that some symbols we can utilize or we can repeat it maximum of 3 times. Single time if it is there, these are the original values. When we repeat it, so that many it increases, isn't it? So, the first rule has helped us to reach to rule number 2, where it is said that only I, X, C and M can be repeated. It means that out of these 7 values, we are allowed to repeat I, X, L and I, X, C and M. And how many times? I have already told you. If I write single time I, this is your class 1, isn't it? So, this means 1. If it is double time, we say it is 2. Triple time, we say it is 3, isn't it? Then for X, once again, if it is 10. If it is double X, it means what? 100 or 20? Yes, it is 20. If it is triple time, it means what? 30. Similarly, if you have single C, the value is 100. If you have double C, the value is 200. If you have triple C, the value is 300. 300. Okay. Similarly, if single M is there, the value is 1000. If you have double M, the value will be 2000. And what will be the value if you are having triple M? It is 3000. Understood, children? Okay. If these are some of the values which is very easily we have identified till now. Okay. But how to write 4 or 6 or 9 or 90 suppose. So, for that I will be explaining you further in rule number 3. Let us see what is rule number 3. Rule 3 says when one or more symbol of smaller value are placed after the symbol of greater value, they are added. Now, what does this mean? Smaller value, greater value, how will you know? Okay, suppose if I take, let us just compare. Okay, suppose I compare I and V. Okay, I stands for 1, V stands for 5. Okay, Now if I compare this, which one is smaller? Of course I is smaller than B. Okay. So as it is said that smaller value are placed after the symbol of greater value. What will happen if I write V and then write I? What number it will change to? It will change to 6, right? So we can have 6 like this. If I add 2 i's to this V, what will be the value? V stands for 5. This is 6, this is 7. So we will get the value as 7. Okay. If I write V and I place 3 i's, the value will be 8. Okay. But I cannot write 4 i's, as now you are clear that it can be repeated how many times? 3 times only. So, okay. Let us move on to the next symbol. Okay. So, if we compare X and L, which one is greater? L, of course. The value of L is what? 50, whereas X is 10. So, if I write here L, that means this is the greater value. The smaller value if it is written after this. If I write this, what it will be, children, you know? Very easy. L stands for what? 50. X stands for what? 10. Add these two. What will be the value? 60. Isn't it easy? Okay. What if I have double X over here with L? Can you get it? Answer. L stands for 50. X stands for 10. The other X also stands for 10. So what will be the value? Of course, it will be 70 and so on. Okay. So still we are having some more symbol. Let us see how to deal with that. Here you have D and M, or if I compare C and D, which one will be greater? D, of course. Okay. If I write here DC, DC, what does this D stand for? D stands for 500, whereas C stands for 100. So what will be the value? The value will be 600. Easy. Similarly, if you have MD, the value of M is 1000, children, and the value of D is 500. So you have 1500 over here. It's very simple, easy, little bit you can say that we are learning the coding and decoding language, isn't it? So you have to learn these symbols, then it will be very easy to play with. Okay. So as you have seen, the greater value, if I compare these two, the greater value is V. Okay. And V stand for 5, I stand for 1. So when 1 is added to this, it becomes 6. So in all these examples, whatever I have shown here, LX, L50 and X10, this is of the greater value, this is of the smaller value. So smaller value when added after the greater value, then when it is placed after the greater value, then what do? We add it, okay, and then get the value. Similarly, you can have DC, okay. D stands for 500, C stands for 100. So you are adding over here, and thus you can get the result as 600. If you have MD, M stands for 1000, D stands for 500, add up and you will get 1500. See, easy. Now, if addition is there, is the chance there to have subtraction? Yes, of course. So rule number 4 will tell us how to subtract, okay. So this is rule 4, as you can see, and I will just read out for you. When one or more symbol of smaller value are placed before the symbol of greater value, they are reduced, or you can say subtracted, okay. So rule number 3 is clear, no? So there what we were doing, this before, instead of before, what I had written over there, after, and here it was written added. Just the reverse. If it is before, then what will happen? First I will show rule number 3 and then we can well identify rule number 4. So in rule number, while explaining rule number 3, I have explained if V is there and if I place I over here, then what we were doing, the value of V is 5, okay, value of I is 1. So we have added and we have got the answer, okay. So this was what we have learned from rule number 3. Now rule number 4 says that the smaller value, if it is placed before means over here, okay. So what will be the value? The moment it comes before, this plus sign will change to minus and your answer will change to 4. Understood? Want to do some more example? Let us do it, okay. So L is a greater value, isn't it? Right? And if I write X over here before the greater value, I have written X, then what will be the answer? The answer will be, this stands for what? 50. This stands for what? 10. So what are we doing? What is the relation now? 50 minus 10 and you will get your answer as 40. How do we write 9, children? For 9 what we can do? What is the value of 10? And from 10 if I subtract 1, what you will get? 9 of course, isn't it? So write X over here, this means 10. If I place I over here, we will be adding. Instead of writing after, if I write before, what it will be? 10 minus 1 and the answer will be 9. So I hope the rules are clear now, okay. So utilizing these rules, all these rules and all these symbols, can we write the Roman numerals from 1 to 100? As you have already learned how to write Hindu Arabic, you can write 1000 and more than that also. So would you like to learn all these things, from how to write from 1 to 100? Okay, that also I will show. So you should have a rough copy with you. Do not write in your classwork copy, okay, till the explanation is going on. Wherever I'll ask you to write something, so you can take down in your rough copy. Children, get ready with the rough copy. Till that time I erase my book, okay. Children, as you can see, I have written in Roman numbers 1 to 10, okay. Single I, 1, double I, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 and 6 is clear, no? We have already studied in the rule, okay. So 6, 7, 8, then what I have done, this is the 10th value. So for making 9, what I have done, I have just written I before that, or I have subtracted I from that, okay. So this is 1 to 10. Want to learn more? 20, 30, 40, how to do it? Very easy, okay. So if you know this, you can write any number of questions. As when you are writing 11, usually what do you do? If you are writing 11, what do? You write 10 plus 1, isn't it? So here also we will be applying the same concept. 1 to 10 is clear? This X stands for 10, right? So what I will do, I'll just write here X. What it is changed to? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Very simple, isn't it? Then, as you know, we can just repeat it 3 times. Some symbols I have told you in the beginning, that could be repeated 3 times. So if I repeat this X 3 times, what will I get? 30, isn't it? So till 20 you have got. Now if you want to move further, what you have to do? Simple, just apply one more X. So you are having double X, that means 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, right? Easy. So what we have done, first of all, I'll just separate it out. First of all, I wrote only these numbers, just check. I have underlined with the red. Okay, so first of all, this very series you should remember, and after that if you place these symbol, it will be adding to it. Very easy. Okay, till 30 you have learned. You can do it like that, 31, 32 and then 40. For 40, what symbol I have told you? For 40 we did, what is the symbol we have used for 40, children? For 40 it could be written as 50 minus 10. Okay, so what is the symbol of 50? L. What is the symbol of 10? X. And if it is written before, we will get XL means 40, right? So if you want to have the series of 40s, you can have XLI, XLII, XLIII. Understood? So you have to place this. Once you get the formula that 40 stands for XL, you can just write down this XL and this very series will be repeated, and it becomes so simple, children. Just see, nothing much we are doing, isn't it? It is fun, really fun. If you want to learn, you can learn in this way. Okay, and it doesn't require any extra. Now it is XLIX. I have reached to 49. What about 50? Shall I write XL and other, or I am having a symbol? I am having a symbol of L, and which stands for 50. Clear? So 51. Very easy. LI, LII, LIII. Go on with the series. Go on with the series, and then you will have LX. LX means what? This LX, 50 plus 10. So the value will be 60. Okay. Similarly, you can move on further and you can reach to, if I say, you can reach to, what is the value of C? 100. If I have to write 90, what I will do? I will just subtract this XC. Okay. So 100 minus 10, what it will be? 90. Okay, and then you have the series from 91 to 100. Easy. Okay, give a try at home. If you face any difficulty, you can refer to your class 4th book. Okay, there from 1 to 100 it is already given over there. Okay, and still if you are having some confusion, you can just text me or message me, then I will once again make it clear over there. Okay, now since we have learned all the rules, we know how to write down the numbers. Shall we start with the lesson, children? Okay, so I am going to start the lesson. So since I have already explained you, that was the explanation part, and hope that you all have understood it nicely. So we are about to start this. Okay, once again we will be doing this exercise in the book itself. Okay, so all these are book work, and as I keep on reminding you that you write down the session. This is the 11th session, children. Write down the session number over there, then write down the date. Where will you write? On page number 32 you can see exercise 1.8 is given. Since this is a classwork, I have mentioned over classwork over there. Okay, as you can see that I have written it once again, the numbers over here. This is very important. This is a tool for me and for you also. While doing the exercises, while solving the answers for this, okay, we require this and we need the help of these symbols. That is why I have once again noted down for you as well as for me also. Okay, so shall we begin? The board is clear to all. The digits, I hope everything is clear. Okay, the first question of your book is write Roman numerals for the following. As you can see, all are given. There are 4 sub questions. All are given in Hindu Arabic numbers. You have to convert them with the symbols. Okay, 650, but we did not read anything about 650. Okay, we know. So what we can do, we can just break it. This is the explanation part. Only answers you have to write. and on your book. Okay, so explanation part, to make it easier for you, I am just explaining how we are going to get the answer. Can we, instead of 650, can we write down this as 600 plus 50? Fine. But we do not have any symbol over there. Do we have a symbol for 600? No. Can I further break it as 500 plus 100 plus 50? Agree all of you? Good. 500, what is the symbol for 500? The symbol for 500 is D. So what is the symbol for 100? It is C. And what is the symbol for 50? It is L. So this is your answer, children. Understood? So while you are solving, whether it is Roman numbers to Hindu Arabic or Hindu Arabic to Roman numbers, if you follow these type, okay, for your own understanding, it will be very easy to identify it or decode it, and you can have your answer. Okay, let us move on to the next question. I think for this everybody is ready to give the answer. How to break this one? What I will do? I will write 1000, then I will write 100, then I will write 50. Yes, I know it. This one is very easy. 1000 stands for M, or M stands for 1000. 100, the value of 100 is C over there. And what is the value of 50? The value of 50 is L. So the answer for A is DCL and answer for B is MCL. Okay, want to do this? Let us do it. This will be 1000, this will be 600, this will be 20 and 1. Fine. We don't have symbol for 600. So what I am going to do? I will break it further as 500 and 100. We do not have the symbol for 20. So I will break it further for 10 and 10 and then 1. Now whatever is written over there, each one is having some other symbol. So 1000, it stands, M stands for 1000, 500, D, 100, C, then what? 10 and 10, double X, then I. Easy? Okay. The last one, 526. Once again, expand it, 500, then it is 20, then it is 6. Okay. Can we expand further? Yes. 500 plus 10 plus 10 plus what? 5 plus 1. What is the symbol for 500? D. Symbol for 10, X. Symbol for other one, X. Then V, then I. So this is the answer. So answer for A is DCL, answer for B is MCL, answer for C is MDCXXI, answer for D is DXXVI. Children, you have to write only answer in your book. You need not follow the, you need not have to write the step. These steps, if you want, you can note down in your rough copy so that it helps you further. Okay. So let us move on to question number 2. Children, this is question number 2. So as in question number 1, it was given in Hindu Arabic and we convert it into Roman numeral, and in this question Roman numerals are given and you have to convert into Hindu Arabic numerals. So these are the questions actually. What I have done to make it more simpler, I have just expanded it. Okay. So MCCXC I have written as M plus C plus C plus XC. I have taken it together. Why I have taken it together? Let us see it. What is the value of M? Now this very tool is always going to help me. Okay. So the value of M is 1000, isn't it? Okay. What is the value of C? 100. Then once again 100. What is the value of XC? When I say C is here and X is before, that means 100 minus 10. So what will be the value? The value will be 90. So the answer will be 1000. 100 plus 100 is 290. So children, this is your answer. See, easy. When you expand it, it becomes very easy to identify it and write down the answer. Similarly, M. Now you are familiar with the value of M, isn't it? So M stands for 1000, C stands for 100, and XL. So X is before L, that means 50 minus 10, the value will be 40. So we write down this, isn't it? We write down and the answer will be 1140. Got the answer for this? Okay. Now this is very easy one. X stands for 10, the other one for 10 and the other one 9. So the answer will be 10 plus 10, 20 plus 9. It is 29. So 9 is written as IX, isn't it? Okay. Next one, M. This is 1000. The value of D is 500. Value of C is 100. Then what? What do you have? L. L stands for 50. Then plus X stands for 10. V stands for 5. I stands for 1. A very big number. Let us make it short. 1000. So 1000. 500 plus 100, it will be 600. Okay. 50 plus 10, 60. And what? 5 plus 1, 6. So with this, we complete our second question. Okay. I hope each and everything is clear to you all and understood also. Let us move to the third question. Children, this is the table given over there. If you see your book, you can have get this question over there. Question number 3, complete the following table. You have to complete it. And what you have to complete? There it is given predecessor and successor. So in my previous session, I have already explained you what is predecessor and what is successor. Okay. So predecessor means the number before and successor means the number after. Okay. I will be explaining A, B, C and the rest of the question you have to do as a homework in your book. Okay. So here we have Roman numbers, right? We have learned also. But till you are very much friendly with the system, it will take some time, I know. So for that, what trick we are going to use is, we will just convert it in Hindu Arabic. So C stands for 100, right? So when I know that the value of C is 100, so now it becomes very easy to find out what will be the predecessor of this. Of course, it will be 99. And what will be the successor? Successor will be 101. Okay. So now let us write down the value of predecessor in Roman numerals. This is for our own knowledge that what are we going to change. Okay. But the answer we have to give in Roman numbers. Okay. So what will be the predecessor? 99. I have told you how to write 99, isn't it? So we will write it X, then C, I, X. Got it? 100 minus 10, 90, and this is 9. How to write successor? It is C stands for 100 and I stands for 1. So it is, answer is CI. Now question number B, the successor is given to you and you don't have the number over there. But as you can see, you have a blank before this number. That means we have to find out the predecessor. And here again we have to find the predecessor, right? So let us first find out what does this DXX stand for. Okay, so DXX stands for, D stands for 500, XX stands for 20, it is 520. So what will be the value over here? 519, 518, right? So how to write 518? How to write? D stands for 500, 18 stands for X, then V triple I. Okay, so DXV triple I, and here it will be D x I x. Got the answer? Then question number C, MDCL. Let us see what is the value of this MDCL. M stands for 1000, D stands for 500, C stands for 100. So 500 plus 100, 600. L stands for 50. So the value will be 1650. Okay. So what will be the next one? Since this is the previous one given and the number after it is asked, so of course you will have 1651, 1652. Okay. So how to write down this? This is very simple. MDCLI. It will be MDCLII. Okay. I hope these things are clear. Okay. So I have given very small homework to complete DEF, and one more question you have to do it. Where are you supposed to do these questions? Where I have told you all to complete all these in your book. So in your revision exercise, children, you can see on page number 35, question number 15 is given and 16 is given. As you can see over here, question number 15 and 16. Is it visible? Visible? Question number 15 and 16. Okay. So these two questions along with this today's work, you have to complete it, and you have to complete it in the book itself. And while you are writing in your book, what you have to do? You have to use pencil. Okay. So hope today's class was also interesting for you all. Okay. Keep learning, stay at home, be safe. God bless you all.